Just before I became self-employed, I asked myself how long my savings would last. I asked a few self-employed people on how much savings you should have. The period I got was 1 to 2 years of savings is needed. I thought it was a bit much. A couple of years down the line, if someone asked me the same question, I'll probably give them the same answer. If I'd read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad just before I left my job, the question I would have asked myself would have been slightly different. The question probably would have been, do you have enough cash flow from your assets to pay for your financial needs? It's a subtle difference, and this really is at the very heart of the book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is about investing in yourself, improving your financial literacy, how rich people view money, don't let money control you, how to find opportunities to create wealth. It was first written 2 decades ago. I read the initial book years back and now the updated version. It was updated to use more recent financial examples. This was to ensure the examples are engaging and relevant. Rich Dad, Poor Dad describes the lessons learned by Robert Kiyosaki to help him to create wealth and become rich. Rich Dad is his friend's father, who was an entrepreneur and owned his own business. Poor Dad is his own father, who was a teacher. They were actually middle class, not poor. Kiyosaki meant his dad was poor relative to the rich dad. I don't know how he had the nerve to call his father a poor dad and get away with it. Even going as far as writing a book on it, I can only assume he got his father's buy-in. Mr. Kiyosaki started having lessons when he was 9 years old, all the way to adulthood. The lessons were practical and were given to him by his rich dad. Credit to young Robert for being so curious at an early age and very ambitious too. I like the straightforward, simple, but different way in which the author articulates creating wealth. It's an approach I've not seen in other finance books. This helped attract a wide and diverse audience worldwide. I love the theme of continuous learning and investing in yourself first, not frantically chasing money or the high salary. That's what Rich Dad was teaching Mr. Kiyosaki, helping him find the tools which will be needed to create wealth. Invest in ourselves first. Work to learn. Expand our skills is some of the advice given by Rich Dad. I have 2 favorite quotes. The first one has to do with communication skills, which goes as follows. Communication skills such as writing, speaking, and negotiating are crucial to a life of success. These are skills Robert works on constantly, attending courses or buying educational resources to expand his knowledge. The skills of selling and marketing are difficult for most people, primarily due to the fear of rejection. The better you are at negotiating, communicating, and handling your fear of rejection, the easier life is. The book says these are the most important skills to master, therefore we must take them seriously. Fortunately nowadays, we can easily access learning material online. The second quote has to do with wealth. This is described as follows. Wealth is a person's ability to survive so many number of days forward. Or if I stopped working today, how long could I survive? At some point, most of us will ask ourselves this question, increasingly so in this tough economic environment. How many days forward can you survive? Whether you are self-employed, been retrenched, your salary has been significantly cut, or economic conditions take longer than expected to improve. This is clearly tied to your wealth in the first place. When times are good, we should be increasing our wealth or the number of days forward we can survive. The book gives us more detail on how to achieve this. The book was a great reminder of the steps we should be taking to create wealth. It's another authentic viewpoint on wealth creation with a difference. Lastly, the importance of investing in yourself and building your skills are key takeaways from this book.